Back in the 1930s, when America's toughest times hit, families didn't just survive, they thrived with secrets buried in their backyards. Forgotten vegetables, tougher than anyone remembers, kept them going when hope was scarce. Let's dig into 25 incredible plants our grandparents relied on, starting with a hidden gem that changed everything. Rutabaga was the Depression's unsung hero. Nicknamed the poor man's potato, it outshone its cousin with more vitamin C than oranges, pure gold when fresh fruit vanished. These hardy roots lasted 4 to 6 months in a simple root cellar, thriving in the poorest soil when other crops failed. Families planted them late summer, harvesting enough to outlast winter's bite. But that wasn't the whole story. Another giant was about to take the stage. Mangelwurzels sound like a fairy tale, but they fed America's toughest families. Imagine beets ballooning to bowling ball size, weighing up to 20 pounds each. Back then, they were a lifeline, doubling as food and livestock feed. Cooked, their natural sweetness shone in soups or baked like potatoes. Stored for months in a root cellar, they brought food security when it mattered most. And what happened next would shock everyone. A taste of luxury emerged from the dirt. Salsify, dubbed the oyster plant, brought a rare treat to depression tables. Its root tasted like fresh oysters, a hint of better days amid hardship. Clever gardeners left it in the ground all winter, digging it up as needed. It stayed fresh for 6 months. Even better, both roots and greens were edible, doubling its value. Rumors suggest this made it a family favorite, but there's more to uncover in nature's next survivor. Jerusalem artichokes were a Native American gift that kept on giving. Perennial by nature, they returned year after year without replanting, offering a natural sweetness from inulin. Families harvested them all winter, digging only what they needed from frozen ground. Their self-spreading roots built a reliable food supply, growing stronger each season. But that wasn't the whole story. Another giant stepped up to protect the garden. Winter radishes weren't your average salad toppers. These turnip-sized roots packed serious food value, planted late summer for a fall harvest that fed families for days. Their greens cooked like spinach, while the roots repelled pests, shielding other crops naturally. Stored in a root cellar, they stayed crisp through winter, proof of their worth in gold. And what came next turned ordinary roots into candy. Parsnips transformed after the first frost, turning starches into natural sugars that made them taste like nature's candy. When sugar was a luxury, these calorie-rich roots fueled hard-working families all winter. Left in the ground, they stayed fresh under snow, marked by stakes for easy digging. Their sweet surprise kept meals alive, hinting at another dual-purpose wonder. Hamburg-rooted parsley did double duty like no other. Its sturdy roots stored perfectly alongside other vegetables, offering an earthy flavor to soups. Above ground, leaves packed more vitamin C than oranges, harvested fresh or dried year-round. Families dug roots in fall while picking greens all summer, making every plant a nutritional powerhouse. But speed was the next game-changer. Turnips grew from seed to table in just 6 weeks, a lifeline when other crops failed. Drought-resistant and tough, they laughed at harsh conditions, providing roots to mash or store and greens for soups. Planted multiple times, they ensured a constant food supply through winter. Reports claim this quick growth saved desperate families, but a green survivor was just heating up. Collard greens defied the odds, growing tall through summer heat and sweetening with winter frost. Surviving down to 10 degrees, they offered fresh leaves nearly year-round. Families picked lower leaves in summer, letting tops regrow, and preserved extras by canning or salting. Packed with calcium and vitamin C, they kept bones and health strong. And what happened next kept giving all season. Swiss chard was a cut-and-come-again marvel. The more families harvested, the more it grew, feeding them for months from a single row. Its crinkled leaves stayed sweet even in summer heat, loaded with vitamins A and C. Planted near the kitchen, a few daily picks stretched from spring to fall. But that wasn't the whole story. A winter secret was about to unfold. Danish ballhead cabbage stood out with its dense, bowling ball-like heads. Stored 6 to 8 months in a root cellar, It sweetened with frost and delivered vitamin C like orange juice. Planted midsummer, it matured as cold hit, ensuring fresh food under snow. Smart gardeners relied on it, but a protein powerhouse was waiting. Navy beans replaced meat with nearly as much protein at a fraction of the cost. Drying on the vine, they lasted years in jars, improving soil with nitrogen. Planted with corn, they climbed stalks, yielding enough for winter protein. Their reliability amazed, leading to another climbing triumph. Kentucky Wonder Pole beans turned small spaces into food towers, reaching 7 to 8 feet. Picked daily, they produced fresh beans all summer and dried ones for winter. Their resilience in poor soil made them a tradable surplus, hinting at nature's next sweet surprise. Ground cherries brought a pineapple vanilla taste in papery husks, storing months without effort. Self-seeding, they returned yearly, delighting kids with natural candy. Their steady yield lasted until frost, but a southern survivor was tougher still. Field peas thrived in drought with deep roots, offering fresh pods, tender peas, or dried stores. Enriching soil with nitrogen, they doubled as a meat substitute. Their versatility shone, leading to a corn-based foundation. Field corn wasn't sweet, it was a high-calorie lifesaver. Dried and ground into meal, it fed families for months, stored easily in sheds. A single acre sustained a year, but onions added flavor. Storage onions lasted 8 to 10 months, fighting disease and preserving other veggies. Braided and hung, they seasoned winter meals with vital nutrients. Their keeping power led to a winter delicacy. Cardoon, a frost-resistant cousin of artichokes, offered edible stalks in winter. Blanched and cooked, it added variety under snow. Its return each year amazed, hinting at a sweeter root. Skirret's clusters of sweet roots outdid carrots, returning perennially with minimal care. Harvested all winter, they sweetened meals naturally. Their ease intrigued, leading to spring's first green. Good King Henry provided early spring shoots and leaves, self-seeding with no effort. Its nutrition beat many greens, appearing weeks before others. Its reliability shone, hinting at a native superfood. American groundnut's protein-rich tubers, 3 times that of potatoes, grew perennially. Harvested without killing the plant, they spread underground. Their toughness amazed, leading to a triple-duty bean. Runner beans climbed 10 feet, producing snap beans, dried beans, and stunning flowers. Their resilience and yield traded well, hinting at a wild greens value. Cultivated dandelions offered leaves, flowers, and roots, beating wild bitterness. Their early spring vitamins saved families, leading to an iron-rich volunteer. Lamb's quarters grew effortlessly, packing more iron than spinach. Self-seeding, it thrived in drought, providing a free food source. Its nutrition stunned, bringing us to a coastal survivor. Sea kale's shoots and leaves grew in salty soils, returning for decades. Drought-proof and productive, it turned useless land into food. These 25 vegetables aren't just plants. They were survival stories that outlasted America's darkest days. Preserved by seed savers, they hold timeless value. Which surprised you most? Share below and join us next time for more ancestral wisdom.